Hi everyone. In this video, we'll be looking into a game between Grandmaster Aronian and Grandmaster Alireza Firouzja from the losers final of the Julius Baer Generation Cup. Let's jump right into the game. Aronian starting with the white pieces go for 1 e4. Firouzja replies with e5, d3, knight to f6, f4, d6, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to e2, g6, f takes on e5, d takes on e5, knight to c3, h6, bishop to e3, bishop to e6, q into d2, knight to g4, bishop to g1, h5, knight to d1, knight to d4, h3, bishop to h6, q into c3, knight takes on c3 with check, bishop takes on c3, q into h4 with check, king to e2, Firouzja goes for castling, g3, q takes on g3, h takes on g4, bishop takes on g4, bishop takes on g4, q takes on g4 with check, king to e1, f5, q to c4 with check, king to h8, knight to f2, king to g2, king to e2, f4. So if you look at this position, after 22 moves into the game, match is still balanced. So the right continuation here for Aronian is to move his king to d2 and try to find an escape square for the king. But instead he will play d4 and this is a blunder. And now Firouzja is having an advantage of minus 1.5. And he continues with f3 with check, king to d3, q into g5, king to c3, rook to f6, knight to d3, q into d2 with check, king to b3, rook to b6 with check, king to a4, rook to a6 with check, king to b3, rook to b6 with check, king to a4, and rook to a6 with check. Here, Firouzja is trying to repeat the moves and force the match to end in a draw. The reason is that he already won the first match, and if he can draw this game, he will be qualifying for the grand finale. And Levon cannot afford to play for a draw either. And there is no continuation of this is a forced draw position. The only square king can move is b5 and b3. And if you move to b3, the match will be ended in a draw in a threefold repetition. And if you move to b5, the match will end in one move, which is rook to a5, checkmate. So Lavan doesn't have much choice here, and here he will sacrifice his queen for the rook and play queen takes on a6, and this is a blunder. This sacrifice will not work, and here Firouzja is having a winning advantage of minus 5.7, and he continues with queen takes on c2 with check, b3, b takes on a6, knight takes on e5, f2, knight takes on g6 with check, king to h7, rook takes on h5, king takes on g6, and it was in this position after 35 moves into the game. Aronian resigned to Alireza Firouzja, and Firouzja has qualified for the grand finale and will face Magnus Carlsen in the grand finale. The reason for resignation is pretty much clear. Aronian has sacrificed his queen for a rook, and it was a desperate attempt to continue the match and hope for a blunder from Firouzja, and Firouzja managed to hold the fort. Too much of material down, and it is not an easy position to defend either. So foreseeing that, Aronian decided to resign after king takes on g6.